Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed.
All right, welcome back for the next part of our Ms. Pacman project. I have to switch things up a little bit. I was expecting to get all the scores in time so that we could do do part 3, which was finding the mean, median, the mode, and the range of the data. And I was going to show you on a spreadsheet how to enter all this information, and it'll be much easier if you use a spreadsheet for it. Just go to Google Sheets. But I don't have all the scores in. I've only got 1 out of the 4. So let's move on to round 4 or part 4. This only requires the scores from round 1 and 2. It is the most challenging, probably, of all of the work that we're doing in this project. But once again, we're going to use a tool to do this. But we've got to use multiple tools in order to get this data into a box plot. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go to my website and choose Parallel Box Plot Maker. And we're going to create a parallel box plot, which means we're going to have 2 different box plots. So I'm going to put the number 2 here. So basically what we're going to have is we're going to have round 1 for the very first title, and for the second title, we are going to have round 2. However, this is as far as we can go right now. We can't go any further because we've got to find out what the minimum, the maximum, the quartiles, and the medians are for both of those rounds, which requires us to go to Google Sheets. So if you're not quite sure how to get there, we do this. You go to your apps, you go to your Google Drive, then you go to New, click on New, and come down to Google Sheets and just choose a blank spreadsheet. Now what you're going to do is you might want to split the screen up a little bit so that you can enter in all 20 scores from round 1 and then all 8 scores from round 2. Now, I'm not going to physically enter those in because I already have them in my spreadsheet. So when you put all these numbers in, you might want to put them in order from least to greatest, but the spreadsheet will do that for you, okay? And so what you need to do is this. You don't need to worry about the names of the people. Just put in the scores. That's all that really matters here. But since I have the names in there, I'm going to highlight both of these. And then I'm going to right-click, and this menu comes up. And what we want to do is we want to sort this range. You want it to go from least to greatest. So I'm going to hit sort range, and then it's going to tell you which column do you want to sort. If I sort column A, I'm going to put these players in alphabetical order, which I don't want. That's not what we need to do. We want to sort the numbers, so we're going to scroll down, click on it, and go to column B. And then A to Z goes from smallest or lowest score to highest score. Z to A would go from highest score to lowest score. So let's go. Let's keep it where the default is. And we're going to sort them, and they're in order. So let's go ahead and do the exact same thing for round 2. Click, sort range. Column D, no, that's the names. I want column E. So I'm going to scroll down to column E. And then, all right, so there we go. So now you can actually do the counting if you want to. First of all, we've got our minimum is here, our maximum is here, so we can actually enter those scores in right now. So the minimum for round 1 was 2120. 2120. The maximum for round 1 is what? 23,620. Good job, Ethan. 23,620. 23,620. Now I'm going to have to do some work. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just go ahead and take care of round 2 as well. Round 2's lowest score was 15,160. 15,160. And the maximum score for round 2 is Ethan again. He's on fire, 29,270. 29,270. Okay, so how do we find the median? There is a way of manipulating these spreadsheets. Come on, there we go. Okay, so what we need to do is this. You need to take all those scores and highlight them. Now, you could do it the old-fashioned way if you wanted to. You could go and find, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the median is going to be the average of those two scores right there. However, there's something that you can do here. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, let me write it down for you so you know. I'll just type it in. You'll be able to do this. Okay, so what we're going to say is we're going to say equals median, and then we put parentheses, and then what are the cells that are the parameters? It goes from B3 to B22. So I'm going to type in B3 and then a colon and B22. And when I hit enter, do you see that number in blue that's written right there? That's our median. So go ahead and hit enter, and then I'm going to label this here as the median. Okay, let's go ahead and do the exact same thing up here. We're going to take equals median, and then we're going to hit the parentheses. Where are you, parentheses? There you are. And then what are the cells from E3 to E10? E3 colon E10. And those are our two medians. Let me go ahead and label this guy, median. Okay, so should I, OCD hitting. I capitalized the other one, must capitalize both. Okay, so let's go ahead and put those medians in. For round one was 78.65. 78.65, and for round two, it was 22.340. 22.340. Nope, 22.340. Got it. All right, so now we still need to find the quartiles. Okay, so with the quartiles, everything that's less than the median is a part of the lower half. Everything that's above the median is a part of the upper half. So if I take this data right here, all the numbers that are less than our median, those are cells B3 to B12. So if I find the median of this range, that will give me my first quartile. So B3 to B12 equals median, parentheses, B3 colon B12. And that's our quartile number one. Okay. To find quartile number three, we're going to take the second half of the data, all numbers that are greater than the median. There should be 10 numbers there. And we're going to find the median, and that's going to go from B13 to B22. So equals median, parentheses, B13. I say 12, I want 13. There we go. It's highlighted for us. Colon B22. And B13, that's the range. Yes, that's what we need. Hit enter. And that is our third quartile. So I'm going to go ahead and put that information into my parallel box plot for round one. That was 3590 for quartile one, 3590. No, that's round two. Round one. What was it again? 3590. 3590, and quartile three was 15,685. 15,685. All right. When I eventually say hit this button that says draw here, this is going to give me a picture down here that I can copy. You'll probably just want to draw it. At least, you know, all this information here, you could just make your own box plot. You're going to be drawing it in your journals anyway, but if you do want to do the whole copy paste and put it into a Google Doc, this will help you once again. More than anything, I want you to understand how the spreadsheet helps you find this data, so you don't have to be the one going through and doing all the calculations on your own and copying all the numbers down and putting them all in order. When we do part 3, where you have to find the mean of every single round, this is going to be a lifesaver for you. The idea of adding up all those numbers and then dividing by 20, it's a nightmare sometimes. So this will help. All right. So now let's take this data here. That's going to be everything below the median. So that is E3 to E6. So the median of, oops, spell correctly, median of E3 colon to E6, end parentheses, is 17,970. That is quartile 1 for this round. And then the median for the upper half of the data is the third quartile, so that goes from E7 to E10. So equals the median, parentheses, E7 colon E10, end parentheses. That's our third quartile. Okay, so let's enter that data in. 17,970, 17,970, and 26,705. 26,705. Now, in years past, a common mistake that students made was they put these numbers, these figures, in the wrong boxes. The minimum, the first quartile, the median, the third quartile, and the maximum go in order from least to greatest. If you accidentally put these in the wrong locations, it's going to mess up your box plot. Okay? So do the double check. Always look at your data to make sure you've got everything correct. Now for the box plot limits. Our minimum, maybe we'll start with a minimum of maybe 2,000. That will fit our minimum for the first round. So I'm going to put in 2,000 here. And our maximum takes us almost up to 30,000. So I'm going to put 30,000 here. Axis title, I don't know. You know what? At this point, let's just click this and see what it gives us. And then if we need to tweak it, we can tweak it. So I'm going to hit draw here. Enter tick. Okay, what are we going to count by? Sorry, I guess I do need to have that. Should we count by thousands? Do we count by 500s? Let's count by 500. No, count by thousands. Because we got to get up to 30,000. We got to make sure this will fit. This image size, I don't know how we're going to do that. So, ooh, they're too cramped. Don't like this here. What's going on there? Maybe, what if I have the distance between the ticks be 2,000? How does that affect it? Ooh, that's better. Well, look at that. That's kind of cramped right there, isn't it? Not really easy to see. Image size, the width. Let's see what happens if we take that down to 250. No. Let's take it up to 1,000. Yes, that's beautiful. Look how nice and spaced out that is. I think for our axis title, what if I just call it, they're our scores, aren't they? Shouldn't that be what we want there? Sure, why not? Okay, that looks great. Or we can go into more detail. Ms. Pacman tournament scores. Is that how you spell tournament? No. Yes. What is that? Is that supposed to be a period there? Not a comma, period? Boom. Is that it? Okay, now let's see what it says. Very nice. Okay, so if I'm copying and pasting this, then this is copy to clipboard. I don't know exactly the process that you would do on a Chromebook. I don't know how many of you have Chromebooks at home, but I'm just going to do my snipping tool and do something along these lines. Oh, I got to get my label in there. that look good? I think so. Yes, beautiful. All right, so let's copy this and paste it into here. Of course, I'm going to scale it down a little bit. Does that look okay? Sure, why not? All right, so now you kind of get an idea. You can look at this. You can copy it by hand. The most important part, once again, is that you've got your data, your quartiles, and everything for rounds 1 and 2 in there. You use your tools. Go to my website, use the parallel box plot maker, use a spreadsheet to help you along the way, but you absolutely don't need to use those tools if you don't want to. And so what are the questions to consider here? What are the interquartile ranges for each round? All right, so for round 1, we're going to find the interquartile range by subtracting 3590 from 15985. For round 2, it's going to be whatever 26,705 minus 17,970 is. Okay, explain it. How do you find the quartile range? Well, you are finding the distance from the first quartile to the third quartile. And remember, the median is kind of like the average score for each round, correct? The interquartile range broadens that out. 50% of the students scored between 3590 and 15,985 in the first round. Half of the students score between almost, that's 18,000 almost, to 26,705. So just looking at these, you can clearly see which round had the higher average scores. And, you know, you might consider, you know, why are the average scores higher in the second round? Well, something to consider. Does the data contain any outliers? Does it look like there are any scores that are far and above the rest of them, or way, way lower than the rest of them? Doesn't look like it. I mean, that's Ethan's score here is, what was his high? 23,620, and he was the only one. I don't know that that's really an outlier. It's maybe sort of an outlier, but it's not like he scored 50,000 and the rest of you were in the 10,000 range. That would be an outlier. And what would be the more accurate average to use for this data, the mean or the median? So just reflect on what we talked about, the difference between mean and median, and some of the examples I've given you in the past to answer that question. Okay, so take your time on this. Good luck. You really do have the entire week, all the way through the weekend, to get these different parts done. So if you don't get everything complete tomorrow, or you have any questions, just let me know. And the 4 gentlemen, I think it's Jack and Cole and who was the other person that was in the top there? I can't remember who it was. I'm having a brain fart. I want to know who it is. Who is it? I can't remember. Ethan from my class. Who else? There's 2 from each. Whatever. I'm wasting time. Okay. So please get those scores in so that we can complete part 3 tomorrow. And then I will show you the tricks for finding the mean on the spreadsheet. You're going to be just amazed at how easy it is. Okay. So good luck with everything. Hope you're enjoying the project. It's, you know, it's work, but at least it's something that's interesting, where we're analyzing analyzing scores for a video game. So, all right, get to work. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Hey, feeling good, like I should. When in dark, I walk around the neighborhood, feeling blessed.